What is up, guys? It's your boy Tier 5 Cacus, and today we're going to be showcasing everything you need to know about the new Solstice 2025 event that has just gone live within Destiny 2. And guys, this is the most rewarding event in Destiny 2 history. If you have any friends who are saying they're burnt out from the level grind, they don't want to get on, send them this video because these are all of the Tier 5 drops I have gotten in my few hours of playing Solstice. All these weapons, Tier 5 armor pieces, and I actually got to go over to my vault because I'm running out of storage for all these Tier 5s. This is absolutely insane. You gotta hop on. And my level is in the low 400s, guys. And guess what? You can get Tier 5s as early as the 300s. And there's been reports of people getting them even sooner than that. So what the heck is going on? Well, the first thing you're going to notice when you hop on the game is that the portal screen has actually changed in celebration of the Solstice, and Solstice has its new permanent spot in the bottom left corner of the portal screen. So you can click there, and as you can see, it will open up the event home. So just like Arms Week, you do have a reward track, and in there we actually have a bunch of, holofoil weapon rewards, guys. And yeah, they're actually not bad, especially the bow has a pretty juicy roll. Importantly, how you're gonna increase this event track is by completing your daily challenges, your weekly challenge, and also, and it actually says this time, by just doing portal activities, and you're going to be doing a lot of those. With the currency that you're getting from your dailies and weeklies, as you can see, there is an event shop. You can get up to Tier 4 rewards, or at least I can. Remember, these are based on your Guardian rank, so I'm Guardian rank 9 to be getting Tier 4s, Guardian rank 7 will get Tier 3s, and lower will get lower than that. But the first thing you want to do is head down to the tower and talk to Eva Levante. She's going to give you that main Solstice questline. And the first thing you need to do is play a portal activity with the Solstice mods on. So guys, this is really the entire event. There is no new activities, no new bonfire bash. You're just playing the same portal activities as always. And when we go into those portal activities, again, you need to customize them to add the new Solstice modifiers. Very importantly, guys, all of these modifiers do beneficial things. One heals you when you use your class ability. One calls down a firestorm to attack enemies, all great. But unlike every other beneficial modifier in the game, these increase your score, as you can see. So putting on Solstice modifiers is like putting on negative modifiers, stuff like subtle foes or what have you. Guys, you are getting more score for putting on these Solstice modifiers, so you want to be using as many Solstice modifiers as you can for every single portal activity going forward for the entire duration of this event. This by itself is going to make leveling up way easier. If you're still on your leveling journey, guys, you now can just put on free Solstice modifiers that help you out and will give you more score than you would otherwise get. Crazy, crazy good. But importantly, very importantly, you're going to play this very first portal activity. You can see we just picked the Empire Hunt Dark Priestess. Note, it actually tells us that we get the bonus reward as Distorted Solstice Engram. Guys, this is actually really important because only the featured activities actually have Solstice rewards. So, as you can see right here, I actually went and did a K1 solo ops. So I put on the Solstice modifiers, everything. I did the bonus objective, I get the rewards. And while I do get the Solstice Alloy currency, there is no Solstice gear. So, for example, only the Whisper mission in terms of your Pinnacle Ops actually displays that it's dropping Solstice gear. Now, this should rotate every single day, but that's very important. Make sure you actually see that in the bonus rewards section, you're going to be getting Solstice gear. All right, now, when you do that first activity, guys, as you can see, again, we did Dark Priestess, and during that activity, one of the funny things, Hot Potato, is happening here. So we actually have this solar like orb. We can toss it between each other to charge it up. When it's fully charged, as you can see, it does a decent amount of damage. Like it nuked that mini boss there, which is kind of cool. But eventually we get through this activity, we get it done, and immediately something happened. First of all, we all got Solstice Alloy from the activity completion, which updated the quest. We'll talk more about that in a second. But then my teammate, Snow, who is 346 power, only Guardian rank 7, just got a tier 5 reward. This new Solstice SMG, and it's also holofoil. So this was our first taste of the insanity of the Solstice rewards. But going back to the quest, it's going to update and it wants you to claim the first event rank in your event homepage. So you quickly go and do that. Then it's going to update and it's just asking for more Solstice Alloy. Now it says you get it by completing activities throughout the system. Harder activities like dungeons or raids award even more alloy. In my recommendation, do not do dungeons or raids. What you want to do is specifically grind more portal activities that show that they are awarding Solstice gear. Specifically, today, at the time I'm making this video, Caldera, one of the optimal farms in terms of solo ops activities for leveling, guys, it is featured. So as you can see, it is going to give you Solstice rewards. So I put on my modifiers, I hop back into the Caldera mines, I do my solo ops run, and I get a juicy tier 5 Solstice weapon drop. Guys, here's what's happening. We figured out that if you are 400 power level and you've also gotten to Guardian rank 9, which requires 400 power level, then you will actually get a guaranteed tier 5 Solstice drop for every single time you get an A tier rating from these portal activities where Solstice gear is featured. That A tier rating is actually really important. As you can see right here, I was just barely away. Apparently I didn't have enough score and it gave me a B+. I just got a tier 4. So there it is, guaranteed tier 5s if you are Guardian rank 9 and you get an A tier rating in any portal activity seemingly. And I've actually heard you could also get tier 5s from Crucible specifically all the way down to like a B tier. Now you might immediately be going, well, wait a minute, your teammate got a tier 5, he's under 400, he's Guardian rank 7. Yes, what happened to him and also happened to other people, like I was streaming at the time and people were confirming this in my chat, is that if you are Guardian rank 7, you're in the 300 to 400 power level, then you can just randomly get special holofoil drops of the weapons, but they will drop a tier higher than you expect, so they are tier 5s, guys. So people were saying that not only did they get these holofoil weapons, they would also sometimes get random drops of tier 5 armor, and often they would get a tier 5 armor and a tier 5 holofoil at the same time when they were in the 300s. And again, I have unconfirmed reports that people were getting these rare tier 5 holofoil drops in the 200s as well. Again, I can't confirm that, but still, this is absolutely insane. Aside from the tier 5s, you're also just getting literally guaranteed tier 4s if you are doing A ratings at 300 or above light. Guaranteed. So you went from every once in a while you would get a tier 4 if you're doing that 300 to 400 grind, to now, yeah, you just got an A in a portal activity that's offering Solstice gear. Here's your guaranteed tier 4, guys. Absolute insanity. So even if you aren't at that 400 power, that Guardian rank 9 level, this is still unbelievably rewarding. Even if you're lower, if you're in the 200s, you get guaranteed tier 3s. Again, you get whatever the tier that you barely ever get, you now get that guaranteed for this event, guys. However, if that wasn't good enough, while you're doing these portal activities, you're also getting Solstice Alloy. And once you get 100, as you can see right here on the event page, you can tab down to the forge and you can create a piece of armor. This piece of armor is a powerful drop. So if you are stuck in the 400 to 450 leveling purgatory, this is absolutely massive. This is basically like when you go to Zavala to get your armory requisition, right? This is an extra armory requisition. So absolutely, guys, use this to help you with leveling. Whatever you grab from the Solstice Forge, make sure it's the lowest armor piece in terms of power level that you have. You'll get a massive leveling boost. In fact, you'll get another power boost after crafting that first piece of armor because you're prompted to go back to the tower to talk to Eva Levante, and she gives you another powerful drop. Just a tier 1, but again, will help with leveling. And also, guys, when you buy your first armor piece, you then unlock the ability to get that armor piece. So, as you can see, once I bought a couple of armor pieces, now I can actually get the tier 5s of the armor piece. And so you're getting tier 5 weapons and tier 5 armor, guys. And if we take a look at the armor, it's actually pretty decent. The 2-piece bonus will give you, faster reload speed, along with flinch resistance and handling when you get healed, and then the 4-piece will heal you if you get rapid solar final blows. Now, this means that we have some very interesting farming opportunities. So you could actually hold off on grabbing the armor, and that means you'll actually only get the weapons, right? So if you are really going after one of the new Solstice weapon god rolls, don't forge the armor. Just wait until you get that god roll, and then you can forge the armor so you'll start to get more armor drops, so it won't dilute the loot pool. But, if you are in that 400 power range, guys, tier 5 armor is arguably more valuable than tier 5 weapons because it gives you so much stats. So, I personally would just use the unlocks when you get them, use them to level, and then start getting that tier 5 armor for sure, guys. So, as you're unlocking each piece of armor, the quest is going to keep updating. It wants you to unlock all 5, and then eventually you can also unlock the glows. Now, technically, you can unlock, for example, the legs and then get the leg glow right after. I wouldn't. I would unlock the entire armor set first because, again, it helps you level up and stuff. It's very useful. But eventually the quest is going to say, okay, now unlock the glow. And as you can see, you do that, you spend 50 more alloys, and it just puts on this like wispy glowing effect, like a white glow effect. That's all it's going to do. And it's going to update all the armor pieces of that particular type. So I got legs, and all my leg armor, even ones in my vault, now have this glow going forward, guys. And that's gonna be it. Like, eventually the quest is going to want you to get the glow for every single armor piece. Note that once you unlock an armor piece and a glow, you can't do it again. So it's all one-time purchases with your Solstice Alloy. And then when you have all the armor pieces unlocked, all the glows, and you're just going to be farming after that for these insane tier 5 drops. Now, this event is actually so rewarding. There's a lot of people convinced that it's glitched. Bungie hasn't said anything at the time I'm making this video. Hopefully they don't nerf this. Honestly, Bungie needs a W at this point because people are so frustrated with the loot system, and this is just like so awesome to see. So again, hopefully this stays how it is, but even if it does get nerfed, it's still going to be giving you, a tier higher than you expect when you get those rare holofoil drops and stuff. Like, it's still an insane way to level up. You're getting extra loot you weren't getting before. You're getting those powerful drops when you're focusing from the forge. Man, even if it gets nerfed, this is still going to be an insane event, guys. So, guys, that's everything you need to know about this event. I hope you guys found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this event. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.